Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I will be talking about the impacts of tourism on destinations in poorer countries. We often hear about the positive sides of tourism, how it brings in money and creates jobs. But there are also challenges, especially for countries with fewer resources. In this presentation, I'll walk you through both the positive and negative impacts that tourism can have on these countries. And we'll see how tourism can boost economies and improve infrastructure, but also how it can lead to inequality and environmental issues. After that, we'll look at strategies to improve the impact of tourism on local communities, such as ownership laws, training programs, and microloans. These are approaches that can help ensure tourism is not only profitable, but also sustainable and beneficial for the people living in these countries. So let's begin by discussing some of the positive impacts tourism can have on poorer nations. First and foremost, tourism brings in a lot of money. Tourists spend on hotels, restaurants, tours, and local goods, providing direct income to communities. For example, in countries like Thailand and Kenya, tourism is a vital part of the economy, contributing significantly to GDP. Tourism, tourism also creates jobs, often in areas where few other employment opportunities exist. From tour guides and hotel staff to craft sellers and transport drivers, tourism provides a wide range of jobs for locals. Additionally, tourism can lead to better infrastructure development as governments may invest in roads, airports, and public facilities to attract more visitors. Lastly, tourism helps to promote cultural exchange. It exposes tourists to local cultures, customs, and traditions, and can foster greater global understanding. In places like Peru, for example, the promotion of Machu Picchu as a world-famous tourist destination has brought attention to the rich heritage of the Inca civilization. However, there are significant negative impacts that we need to consider. One major issue is that tourism often leads to economic inequality. In many poor countries, much of the profit from tourism goes to foreign companies and not the local people. Large hotel chains or international travel companies may take the majority of earnings, leaving local businesses with very little. Another problem is the strain on local resources. In places with limited infrastructure, tourism can put pressure on water, energy, and food supplies. This is especially true in small rural communities that may not have the capacity to support large numbers of visitors. Environmental degradation is another concern. Popular tourist destinations can become overcrowded, leading to pollution and the destruction of natural habitats. For instance, the coral reefs in places like the Maldives and the Philippines have been damaged due to over-tourism and irresponsible tourist activities. Lastly, tourism can also contribute to cultural erosion. While it brings awareness of the local cultures, it can sometimes lead to the commercialization of these traditions, where authentic cultural practices are watered down or exploited for tourist entertainment. Now, let's discuss how we can improve the impact of tourism on economic development in these countries. There are several strategies that can make tourism more sustainable and beneficial for local communities. One important approach is through ownership laws. Governments can create policies that encourage more local ownership of tourism businesses. For example, instead of allowing large foreign companies to dominate the tourism sector, they could provide incentives or subsidies for local entrepreneurs to open hotels, restaurants, or tour agencies. This would help ensure that more of the money from tourism stays in the local economy. Another key strategy is training. By investing in education and training programs for local workers, countries can help their citizens gain better paying jobs in the tourism industry. And this could range from language and hospitality courses to management and business skills. For example, in Costa Rica, the government offers ecotourism training to local communities, which helps them run sustainable tourism operations and benefit directly from this industry. Microloans are another tool that can empower local businesses. These small, low-interest loans provide financial support to entrepreneurs who want to start or expand tourism-related businesses. This could be a local family wanting to start a guest house, or a small tour company. In places like Tanzania, microloans have enabled many locals to participate in the tourism sector, which has had a positive impact on poverty, right? On poverty reduction. Finally, it's important to encourage sustainable tourism practices. Governments and organizations can work together to promote eco-friendly tourism, such as using renewable energy in hotels, supporting wildlife conservation efforts, and limiting the numbers of visitors to sensitive areas. Countries like Bhutan have successfully implemented high-value, low-impact tourism policies, charging higher fees to tourists to control visitor numbers and ensure that tourism doesn't harm their environment or culture. In conclusion, while tourism has the potential to greatly benefit poor countries, it can also bring challenges. The key is to manage tourism in a way that maximizes its positive impact while minimizing the negative effects. By promoting local ownership, investing in training, offering microloans, and adopting sustainable practices, we can ensure that tourism contributes to long-term economic development and better living standards in developing nations. With the right strategies, tourism can be a powerful tool for change. Thank you for listening.